It has been months since Meghan Markle silently uploaded a short video on her new Instagram announcing her new lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard. Try saying that 3 times fast. The launch was unexpected, untimely, and frankly, it was confusing. And since March, there has only been one semi-campaign featuring Meghan's celebrity friends, and it's still unclear how she plans to use this outlet that's projected to sell everything from dog food to dish towels. So, how did Meghan wind up with a brand like this? What are the signs pointing to her original vision? Is American Riviera Orchard just a PR stunt, or could it actually go somewhere? In fact, what is Meghan's trajectory? What is this kind of venture? Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm back. It's good to be back with you. It's been a minute, but today we're exploring the one big problem that led Meghan Markle to abandon the launch of her new lifestyle brand, which has reportedly left her in tears from the criticism it's received. And we're going to talk about where she might go from here. So don't forget to subscribe for other content like this, where we explore trends, traditions, and lifestyle for an elegant and inspired life. This has been a harrowing year for the British royal family. Early January, we received news that Princess Catherine was undergoing surgery, and the world went wild at the thought of her missing. It was absolutely outrageous. And then we all can't forget her heart-wrenching cancer admission that had us all in shock. Similarly, the king has fought his own cancer battle. He's aimed to stay in the spotlight, but is still having weekly cancer treatments. Prince William stepped back to aid his wife and his kids, and overall, Buckingham Palace has gone into a pre-election shutdown mode, so that they're not going to interfere with any of the upcoming votes on July 4th. So this means that they are canceling all kinds of events on the royal calendar right and left. This has actually been the perfect time for Meghan and Harry to show what the institution is missing and put their best foot forward. If they had stayed being working royals, they would have been riding so high right now. But instead, Meghan has had ample time to launch and grow her new lifestyle brand in the downtime of the royal calendar. But the announcement timing and the soft launch of American Riviera Orchard is flagrantly suspicious. Let's talk about it. Meghan and Harry have a history of making huge announcements on other people's special days. She announced that she was pregnant at Princess Eugenie's wedding. Prince Harry released Spare on Princess Catherine's birthday. They dropped the trailer for the Netflix series right as William and Catherine touched down on a hugely important tour in Boston. They announced the Oprah interview right after the Queen's Commonwealth Day speech. Meghan announced her book just days after Catherine released hers. And they released the first photo of their daughter, Lilibet, which their naming has a whole story behind it, hours before the Queen's Christmas address. And, there may be some coincidences. They are 2 completely separate teams working on different calendars, but this seems a little strange considering the pattern here and how many times this has happened, not to mention the announcement of American Riviera Orchard itself. See, the silent upload to Instagram on March 14th happened at a strange time. It was at the very moment that Prince William spoke on stage at the Diana Awards, and this may all seem to be coincidental, except that Prince Harry was virtually appearing at this event too. So Meghan had to know that this was happening and making her announcement seem less of a happenstance. When Meghan and Harry met around 2016, she was running her original lifestyle brand called The Tig, where she shared recipes, interviews, fashion, journal entries, and other typical influencer content. And after gaining worldwide fame, joining one of the most famous families in the world, and subsequently walking away, she's now ended up right back where she started. Except this time, all it is so far is a beige opt-in page with no information about what's to come. But no matter what Meghan does with American Riviera Orchard next, it will never be a commercial success. Why? Because Meghan doesn't actually care about her business's success. This week, reports surfaced that Meghan Markle was reduced to tears, which seems to happen a lot, after the launch of her Instagram with the bio reading by Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. The brand was met with tons of fanfare, and rumors had been swirling for a long time that she was going to jump back into the influencer space. So something was bound to happen. There was tons of press about American Riviera Orchard, but the following that she built on Instagram for her new venture is nowhere near what it was when she launched the Sussex Royal Instagram account. In a matter of hours in 2019, millions of people had followed along with their royal endeavors on Instagram. Now, 3 months after launching her lifestyle brand, she's barely past 600,000 followers. What seems apparent about this brand is that it highlights Meghan's desire to utilize her launches as PR to reflect back on herself or distract from other news. She has so little experience in sales or business, but she's reportedly run most of her PR like she did with her business, The Tig. And likely this is because she can't keep a staff and she wants it done in a very particular way. The actual execution of this brand, the products on the site, the quality of them, they don't seem to matter to Meghan. What is most important is getting people talking, having her name back in the headlines, and keeping herself at the center of conversation. We saw this very clearly in the other semi-promotion of her brand since it launched, when the likes of Chrissy Teigen, Kris Jenner, Abigail Spencer, and Mindy Kaling, plus 46 others, received homemade jam from Meghan, along with a basket of lemons. Her celebrity friends thanked her online for the jam. They celebrated her, they showed images of the jam and the gift baskets. And it's an interesting soft launch marketing strategy, but it happened so far past the initial launch that many of us honestly forgot about it. And the weirdest part of all this is that it wasn't tied back to any launch marketing strategy. There was no direction for people to go sign up for her site, browse what's coming, or much less purchase the jam. Again, it just made people talk about Meghan and speculate what's next, not actually taking any steps to grow her business. This also came on the heels of the Sussex's big announcement that they are instigating 2 new Netflix series, one about polo and the other about cooking, gardening, and friendship, which will likely feature the new lifestyle brand. Having been dumped by Spotify and on the rocks with Netflix, this could signal a last-ditch effort by the media giant to get a return on their over $100 million investment. So, why launch American Riviera Orchard when she did, and then totally abandon it? Meghan's goal for American Riviera Orchard is to make a version for herself of Goop, Gwyneth Paltrow's brand. But Gwyneth already had an established brand in her own right, one that started as an email newsletter back in 2008. Goop has taken years to curate, establish, and grow a bona fide reputation. And Meghan and Harry are still establishing their reputation. They can't decide if it's a quiet private life of charity, they want to be LA celebrities, or pseudo-royals planning tours around Nigeria. Until they determine who they are and what their mission is beyond sharing family drama, they will never have a reputation strong enough to build an established brand. If Meghan doesn't embrace classical femininity by grounding herself in authenticity and trustworthiness, she will continue to flounder about, launching products only to see them die out in a year or so. And I fully expect that Meghan is going to take some sort of action on her new site, and she'll probably have several products, post a few blogs, and make a few appearances. But as long as American Riviera Orchard remains a tool for Meghan to simply stay central in headlines, it will never go anywhere. Women today are really sick of being sold to and sick of buying things just because a celebrity tells us to. Look at what's happening with the Kardashians. If you haven't, this is very similar. If Meghan tries their playbook, it will be all downhill from here. She has a small base of fans that are certain to support any of her endeavors, but unless she actually brings real, true authenticity, value, and true elegance into her brand, which go watch my video on that if you haven't. you can click above, she will continue to remain at the center of controversy, negative headlines, and criticism that has, well, completely left the world disinterested in anything that she has to sell. If you want to never be cringy or unreliant on trends like Meghan has really leaned into, I've written a whole ebook on the 4 principles of elegance that I've been researching, and I'd love to share it with you. It's in the description. Just click the link and I'll send it to you completely free once you put in your email. So why do you think that Meghan has abandoned American Riviera Orchard? And when will we see her doing something next with it? I'd love to know what you think. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching today. It's so good to be back, and I'll see you next time. Bye.